Dr. Phil is sure regretting his endorsement of Donald Trump right about now, and in the worst way possible. Who knew that a taco could get Montezuma's revenge? Or maybe in this case, that's Kamala's revenge? Welcome to Occupy Democrats, I'm David Reddish. Dr. Phil McGraw, much like Donald Trump himself, became a cultural icon through reality television. Trump had The Apprentice, which was maybe good for one season. Dr. Phil had Oprah Winfrey, and later his own trash TV talk show, Dr. Phil, where he would offer a mix of tough love and religion to help some of the worst nincompoops ever to appear on a talk show. When it comes to Trump and his many narcissistic traits, however, Dr. Phil refused to offer a diagnosis. Check out this conversation with Jimmy Kimmel from Trump's first term.
I think, wouldn't you agree he lacks diplomacy?
Yes, I would agree.
Would you agree that he has an impulse control problem?
Yes, I absolutely would agree with that.
Would you agree that he thinks people see things from only his point of view?
Well, I think he would like it that way, yeah. Sure.
And I think if you go look up certain personality disorders, you might see some of those things appear.
It's amazing that Dr. Phil had no reluctance to diagnose all kinds of people on his show, no matter how dubious his evaluation. But there, he seems scared of Trump. Or perhaps more properly, he smells dollar signs and wants Trump on his side. Why is that a bad thing for Dr. Phil? Getting there. By 2025, Dr. Phil had made no secret of his lust for Trump. He performed lengthy interviews with Trump during his 2024 campaign, which, for the record, would have offered more than enough time to see that the man has mental decline, is a pathological liar, and a total narcissist. But never mind. Dr. Phil abandoned any sense of ethics to suck Trump's taco, making it sound like Trump, who is a convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, and started an insurrection, is just the subject of a media witch hunt.
But for people that understand how this works behind the scenes and all, I say the same thing. They need to stop this. They need to stop pursuing you. Since you started your campaign in 2015 to run for office, there have been so many attempts to get you off the board even before you started your campaign. Then once you were in office, 2 impeachment opportunities. They changed the rules to try to make it high crimes and misdemeanors if there were business conflicts, and in this case,
Never ends.
It seems to be never ending.
For the record, nobody changed the rules on impeachment to go after Trump. He threatened to withhold congressionally appropriated aid from Ukraine to pressure the Ukrainian government to target Joe Biden, and he started an insurrection. Those are high crimes. Very high, in fact. And given this new news, I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. Phil feels like getting very high in the near future. For the first 6 months of the second Trump administration, Dr. Phil has fluttered around like a fly over excrement, doing his best to leech off of Trump's notoriety to increase his own fame and wealth. That includes showing up for the National Day of Prayer, the choice appearance for any man of science, and defending Trump's budget bill on his podcast. But now, all that just backfired. Rick Porter, writing for entertainment trade publication The Hollywood Reporter, now reports Dr. Phil's production company, Merit Street Media, is filing for bankruptcy and is also suing its distribution partner, Trinity Broadcasting, for breach of contract. Dr. Phil launched Merit Street in 2024 and cites, quote, severely strained liquidity position, unquote, and the failure to secure additional outside capital as the reasons for the declaration. In addition, Dr. Phil is suing Trinity Broadcasting for, quote, failing to provide clearly agreed upon national distribution and other significant foundational commitments critical to the network's continuing success and viability, close quote. In other words, nobody cared about watching his shows after he so thoroughly discredited himself and sucked up to John Chipotle. You'll also be happy to know that Dr. Phil hasn't really practiced medicine since 2006, having failed to renew his license. The California Board of Psychology determined his show was pure entertainment and did not contain real medical advice. He's faced numerous accusations of bad behavior since, including exploiting celebrities struggling with mental health, including Britney Spears and the late Shelley Duvall. Former employees have also accused him of verbal abuse, sexual harassment, and racism. Oh, and this isn't his first bankruptcy either. In 1973, Dr. Phil McGraw owned a health spa that he shuttered and filed for bankruptcy. McGraw had sold lifetime memberships, which he then sold to another company, making the lifetime members responsible for the payments, even though the spa had closed. He He faced numerous lawsuits over the move, which stalled when he left the state. One investor called it a, quote, textbook scam. So, how's that for credibility, Phil? In a sense, his allegiance with Trump is all too predictable, and all too fitting. These men are both grifters, pure and simple, bilking gullible viewers out of money, or in Trump's case, stealing the largest transfer of wealth from the working class to the super rich. Hopefully this new bankruptcy means we won't have to hear from Dr. Phil again for a very, very long time. And God willing, Trump too will go away soon for a very, very long time, which will lead to a healthier nation. I don't know about you, but Donald Trump sure is making me sick. This is Occupy Democrats.